Hi, this is Joffrey, founder of EnlightenedBeings.com and the Super Manifesting Program. So today I've got some information for you about the process of awakening. And what I mean by awakening is that there is this mind that's continually running, right? Like a movie. It's just filming all these images inside your head, and when you just sit there and you're always watching the movie, you're just basically drawn in to that experience, and you're not really paying attention to the projector or the camera or the light that's creating the movie, or even the screen on which the movie's being played upon. So the awakening process starts with this understanding that your mind is continually creating movies and you're watching them and you're being dramatically entertained. The mind is the most entertaining thing in this universe, right? There's nothing more amazing, is there? Okay, so just take note of that, and so you're just gonna really digest that point because it's huge. Okay, so just take a moment and just take that in, that your mind is always creating these movies. Okay, because you're probably gonna forget this at some point today or tonight, that you're probably gonna get caught in the movie again and forget that it's just the mind that's creating these movies. Okay, so awakening happens when you just let go of the fact that there's a movie there, right? And you turn your attention inwards to where is this movie coming from. Okay? So it's not like you're denying the movie. It's not saying that this movie's wrong. It's not saying anything bad about the movie. The movie's beautiful. Like, where would we be without the mind? If we didn't have the mind, we would be maybe, I don't know, like a slug or something. I don't know. But the thing is to understand that when we wake up from this mind, it's not that we're not watching the movies anymore. We're just paying more attention to where's the source of the movie. Okay, where's the light that's shining this movie onto the screen? And so you can play the perspective of being in the audience. Okay, watching this screen and seeing this screen which the movie's being played on, or you can play this perspective of being the projector and saying that you're the light that's shining this. Okay, or you can jump in and be the actors on the film. You can play all sorts of perspectives here, but just understand that this awakening process is about realizing where you're at. Okay, and so just noticing, like right now, like you're looking at me on this screen, right, talking to you, and there's something inside your head that's looking through your eyes and listening through your ears, right? And so there's this awareness that's aware of this right now, right? So if you just bring your attention to that all day long, right, this awarenessness, then you will wake up. It's as simple as that. You will stop paying attention to the drama that happens. And drama is so tantalizing. It's like, oh, it creates all this fear and excitement and anger and all these emotions, Beautiful. There's nothing wrong with drama. It's just that it gets you sucked in. And when you get all sucked into that drama, boy, it's like your favorite treat. You just like, oh, I gotta have more of it. It's very addicting. So be very careful of the mind and the drama that it creates, and just noticing, what is creating this drama, right? And if you look back in your past at your parents' drama, or your grandparents' drama, or friends and neighbors and whoever, you'll see that there's this pattern of this similarity where their drama sort of pieces together and starts to create your experience, whatever that is. And it may not be called drama in your world. It may be called, excitement or fear or anticipation or whatever. There may be all sorts of words to describe what you're going through. But the secret is to take one little tiny step backwards from your mind and to just watch from this pure awarenessness. Okay? And it doesn't mean you're being totally detached from life and you're not going to play the game. It actually means that you're going to be more involved, that you're going to feel more connected to people because you're not going to be so defensive. You're not going to be so resistant to intimacy, right? That's the one thing that people crave and are afraid of more than anything else in this world is real intimacy, right? And when you're looking eye to eye with somebody, right? You're looking into their eyes and you're saying, okay, I'm present with you. I am being with you right now, right? You're actually looking into yourself as well. So that's the intimacy that is the real intimacy. It's into me you see, intimacy. Okay, you get it? So digest that intimacy, that you are creating this intimacy in each moment. Okay? And you're also creating the lack of intimacy with your friends, family, lovers, whoever. Right? There is this imaginary boundary between you and the world. And it's created through your beliefs, through your mind. And when you just take a step back from the mind, you can actually start to get an understanding of what these beliefs are and then transcend them, rise above them. Okay? So there's many, many paths to enlightenment. Okay? Each moment contains a path. Right? And the enlightened state is not anything like a big, huge, firework, 4th of July kind of thing. It's not like that. It's more about this divinity, this experience of coming home to oneself, to being completely at peace with whatever is, whatever's happening, right? And knowing who you really are, right? So this knowingness, it only happens when you can actually relax. And that's the most wonderful news of the day, is that when you relax, you start to actually enjoy life again. Okay? And so, if I could just give you one secret to practice today, it's to just relax all day long. Whatever you're doing, watch and see how much tension is in your body. Okay? Because that's part of the spiritual awakening, is to let go of the tension. It's kind of like a rubber band that's been pulled back and really stretched. All that tension causes you to, be so tight, and then when you finally let go, there's this huge soaring experience. They call it satori or samadhi. They call it these wonderful words that are thousands of years old, that they've known about forever, right? But it's this experience of complete release from the mind, from the contraction that is constantly inside. Okay, you may not really realize it, but your body is right now holding onto some subtle form of tension. It's about whatever your mind, your ego is holding on to, about some sort of identity. Okay? And so when you just honor that identity and saying, okay, this is what I'm attached to. This identity is what's creating all of my suffering. If I can just take a step back from it and not be so involved in this movie, so attached to this movie, or so over-identified with this movie, then finally that rubber band is just going to be free. It's going to release. And you're going to have this extreme experience of freedom, which is what, life is about. It's about love, it's about freedom, it's about bliss, it's about, and all the emotions too, that build up to these wonderful crescendos, right? These epiphanies, where you can finally transcend this world. You're here to master this world. That's why you're here. You are here to master your mind, master your emotions, master this body, master your physical world. Not through control. You'll never get it through control. You'll never get it through manipulation or a sense of attachment. The only way you're going to master this world is by learning who you are and bowing down to that, whatever that is, to who you truly are. Which, if you could write it down, then that's not it. Who you are is something that cannot be described. It's undescribable. Okay? And it's undeniable. When you find it, when you taste it, when you touch it, when you realize it, there's nobody that can tell you anything else. It's such a divine place of ecstasy, true ecstasy that does not fade, that you can return to at any point in your day, no matter what you're doing. You can just return to this place of divinity within yourself. And it's absolute bliss. It's a place of, like, you're tasting the nectar of nirvana, of heaven, right? Right? Somebody amazing once said, the kingdom of heaven is within, right? And you know that. We all know that. And so this is about finding it, right? Why not? What else are you going to do today? Do you have anything more important to do than this? Come on. This is more important than all the riches in the world, all the love in the world, all the whatever you can imagine that you want is not as important as finding this divinity, this kingdom of heaven, of nirvana, of this place of bliss within you. Okay? So it's obvious, right? There's nothing more important. So just for today, devote your day today to discovering this, because it is the most important thing. And everything else that you have, on your list of to-dos today, all these things you want to do and you got to get done that are more important, they'll get done, but you're going to get them done from a place that's much more peaceful, that's much more healing for you. Okay? That's what's the big key, is that you know how to enjoy your life completely. Right? What's more important than that? Right? If you can enjoy your life, then guess what? Everybody's going to enjoy you. And you're going to get everything you want. Because you're going to be like a magnet. And everybody's going to want to be around you and connect with you. You're going to be like this light. And everybody's going to be drawn to the light. Because we naturally are. Nobody's drawn to the darkness. People are drawn to spaciousness, emptiness. Like true emptiness. Not a sense of lacking something, but this true state of complete nothingness. That's what people are drawn to. That, and they're drawn to the light. It's brilliance. Okay, which, are part of the same source. So there's no, you're just learning how to return to who you are. That's what this is about. That's what awakening is. Okay, the spiritual awakening process is a process. And you do get to process out lots of emotions, lots of beliefs that you thought were going to help you in life. But you know what? All those beliefs really just keep you stuck in the mind. This is about letting go, right? When you can let go of your attachment to those thoughts called beliefs, a belief is a thought plus emotion, you will return to this place of who you really are. Okay? So use whatever experience you're having in each moment. Because whatever experience you're having is the right experience for that moment. There's nothing more important than that experience. Even if it's an experience of boredom or feeling anxiety or fear or whatever, use it. Okay? And what I mean by use it is welcome it completely. Dive into it as if this was the last experience of the juice, the nectar of life that you were given. And that's all you're going to get. Just savor it. And you'll see with that savoring that you actually move through your resistance or attachment or whatever is going on with that experience that's keeping you in your head, keeping this movie reel spinning, and you not completely free from the movie. Okay? This is about total liberation. This is the most beautiful experience you'll ever have in your life. is complete liberation from the mind, from your problems, from all the opportunities that you're trying to do as well. You'll find a place of bliss where you can do these opportunities with absolute joy. That's what opportunities are for, so that you can enjoy them. If you're not enjoying the people in your life, right, there's something that you're not understanding. If there's somebody that you have conflict with, right, that you have some grudge against, you haven't forgiven them, okay, that's you. That is a reflection of you in the movie that you haven't forgiven. In your mind, you're still running this movie about who they are. But really, who they really are is just this divine being just like you. And so if you just recognize who they are and who you are, then the forgiveness process just happens naturally. And you become free. And that's where most people, I think, a lot of people get stuck, okay, is in forgiving themselves, forgiving others, letting go of the past, okay, and not being attached to the future, because, you know, the future is not set in stone, right? You're creating it in each moment, and every moment is new and fresh, and it's divine, it's beautiful. There's something very exquisite here. You know, tune into your breath. Right now, just feel this breath happening through you. It's pretty amazing. The body is just breathing you. And you're experiencing life. The body knows what to do, right? You don't have to do any breathing. You don't even have to blink. You don't have to force your hair to grow or your nails or your digestion. All that's taken care of for you. You're so taken care of. You can just let go. And you can just relax and enjoy life and just notice this movie that's continually going in your mind. Right? And it's pretty much the same movie that you had yesterday. It might be a little different. But that's the movie I'm talking about. The movie where your mind is creating circles within circles within circles and spirals within spirals and gets all convoluted and tight, or it's, you know, completely so detached that you can't even really experience it. See, we're either on one side of the pendulum or the other, right? And until we can find that place where we're in the middle, where we're not too attached to the mind or we're too detached from the mind, we can find this place where we're absolutely present with each experience, right? Until that happens, it's like it's just going to be a state of suffering, which is the perfect experience, right? When we're attached, when we're attached to the mind, or too detached, which is just another form of attachment. We're attached to not being attached, so it gets kind of complex, right? But that's part of life, is that the answers in life are always simple. That's what makes it so profound, is that life gets so complex, and in that complexity it can be unraveled to the simplicity. Okay? So just know that everything that you're looking for that is going to make you feel amazing is going to come in a very simple, sweet answer. That's going to be maybe like one word, or two words, or three, right? Just let go. It could be as simple as that. Or it could be as simple as just love. Right? It could be just as simple as that. So, watch out for the mind. That's probably the most important thing for you to do today, is just watch that mind. Be the witnesser. You already are, right? You can't change that. Forever, for eternity, you are going to be imprisoned in this awarenessness and this witnesser of witnessing, whether you're in the body or beyond the body. Okay? So you might as well come home. And when you come home to this prison of being this awarenessness, It's no longer a prison. You have full reign over the whole universe. You can go anywhere. You can experience anything because you realize that you're the movie maker. You're creating these movies, right? All the time. And they're beautiful movies. There's nothing wrong with the movies. It's just about how to transcend that part of you that is caught in trying to control the movie. Okay? It's tricky. I know. But you'll get it. Keep watching this video. You'll get it. Alright? So, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you. You're loved more than you know. Aloha.